I was 14 years old when I started having this recurring dream. I was in a forest and I was sitting in a chair, and I was so small that my feet didn't hit the edge of the chair. And I turned around and looked, and there was a line serpentining out through the forest as far as I could see, with people standing there waiting to talk with me. This was a big chair. It kind of felt like it was like a throne. And I looked over, and there was a stack of things that were there, like silver platters and glass goblets and just all kinds of things that might have meant something to someone. And I felt like they had given those to me as gifts. So this one woman comes up to me and she says, "I really need your help. My son is so sick he can't get out of bed." And I closed my eyes and I saw this tree in the forest. And I saw a light around the root of this tree. And I opened my eyes and I told the woman, "Go into the forest, look for this specific tree, dig down about 3 feet until you find a brand new root, take that home, grind it up, make a tea, and give it to your son." So a few days later, the same woman comes back and she gives me a comb and brush set that's silver that belonged to her mother. And she said, "My son is finally healthy again. I needed to thank you for the gift that you've given me." So next time I have this dream, or 3 or 4 times later, because this dream was happening a lot, I was waiting for the next person to come up in the line, and this woman says, "My daughter can't get out of bed. She's crying every day. She lost her husband to the war, and she has no purpose in life." And I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I said, "She needs to go read stories to the children. That will bring her heart back to life." And sure enough, the next part of the dream, that mother comes back, and she's laughing, and she's holding her daughter's hand, who's also laughing. And she said the process of reading to children brought her heart back, and she was so grateful that she gave me a silver teapot. And I go to put it over on the stack of things, and now the stack of things is so high that I can barely reach the top of the stack. And I'm still a little girl. Maybe now I'm, 10, 12 years old, because my legs are just barely, the knees are just barely going over the edge of the chair. So that dream recurred throughout my childhood, and then I used that dream as a creative writing paper for an English class that I had in college, and I got an A on my paper. But it's a wonderful story for me, and who knows where it came from and why it was so consistent throughout my childhood, but it's a fun story for me.